Everyone, welcome back, and this is my review of Your Lie in April, Episode 3. Now, there are a few things I really do have to say about this episode, okay? I was really scared while watching this episode, because I really thought that it was going to end with Kaori secretly having this evil grin, like a lot of bitchy, pushy female anime characters tend to have, after she was done crying to Kosuke. Or Kosei. I'm really glad that she didn't. Okay, I'm really glad that they done away with that cliche, because that's one cliche that I hate. Not the fact that it's a cliche, but the fact that it's a thing to begin with. Okay, and it actually, at least for the time being, makes me respect Kaori's character so much more now. Okay, because it really, her tears really did seem to be genuine in that scene. And she wasn't just playing it up to get him to feel sorry for her. So I really respect her character now if that's the case. Of course, that could change later on. Who knows? I mean, this is going to be a 22-episode series, I believe. And so I'm really glad that was actually my favorite part of this episode. I'll tell you right now, I did not like any of the comedy in this episode because, well, I just didn't like the way they were trying to make him play the piano, right? When someone has a trauma like this that's preventing them from playing the piano, you cannot force them to, okay? That'll only make it worse. It might make them grow to hate you. It might make them grow to hate the piano even more. Maybe a combination of both. There could be other negative side effects to that, so you cannot force them to, okay? You have to, if you really want them to, you have to try to coax them into it in another way. Kind of like Kaori did, okay? Which, again, her tears did seem very genuine, and that got him to play the piano again, okay? That's what finally did it. You cannot force them to, and that's why I didn't like any of the comedy in this episode, because it obviously served the purpose of trying to get him to play the piano again, which failed, by the way. Imagine that. But also, I just didn't think it was that funny. It really just pissed me off, okay? Quite honestly, it really fucking pissed me off. So if I were to have any major negatives with the episode, all of those scenes would be it. Like, they're basically just with Kaori and one other childhood friend of Kosei, I don't remember what her name is, posting these music sheets up all over the fucking school. First off, how did they do that without getting in trouble? That's what I want to say. I mean, normally if you post up that many sheets around the school, you're going to get in fucking trouble. The school probably doesn't want them up there, so how the fuck do they get away with that? That's the first thing I want to know. And I'm sorry, if you like that, then fine, I guess. Whatever. I guess comedy's subjective, but god damn it, that just really pissed me off. But I'm really glad that it didn't end with them literally forcing him to do it. I'm glad that he decided to start again on his own terms. Alright? And again, like I keep saying, her tears did seem genuine. She really genuinely sincerely wanted him to play for her. Okay, and that's what I liked about it. Again, that was my favorite scene in the episode. But anyways, I want to talk about Kosei's childhood friend, because, again, I don't remember her name, but a lot of people were saying that she's probably in love with Kosei. Well, I think that was kind of shot out the window in this episode, because she basically tells Kaori in this episode that she thinks of him more as a hopeless kid brother than a lover, and that was right after she imagined him, or I guess got a flashback or something from him saying that she thinks of her as he thinks of her as a high maintenance elder sister or whatever. So I think that kind of throws out the window these two being lovers later on in the series right away, and I think that will kind of open up the window for Kosei and Kaori to fall in love later on in the series. Because, like I keep saying, okay, he plays the piano, she plays the violin. Do the fucking math, okay? Obviously, he still has trauma, and I highly doubt, since we're so early in the series, only episode 3, that playing the piano this time is going to completely get rid of his trauma. At least I hope not, because that would be extraordinarily unrealistic, and I really hope that it takes a more realistic approach with him kind of getting over his trauma. Because you can never truly get rid of trauma, but you can get over it. Those are two completely different things. So, not really get rid of it, like I said before, because most of the time you can't really get rid of it. But hopefully it takes a more realistic approach with him getting over his trauma, which I'm really hoping for. Okay, maybe like at the halfway point, he could like get over his trauma, and maybe the rest of the series could be them like, I don't know, competing together and getting famous or something. I don't fucking know. And also falling in love too. Or maybe deeper in love if that happens during the first half. But either way though. So I want it to happen gradually. If they're going for a realistic approach, I'll tell you this right now. If they are going for a realistic approach, he will not get over his trauma with playing the piano with her here. In fact, if they're going for a realistic approach, I would expect him to break down and freak out during this competition. I'm being honest now. Here, okay? This is coming from someone who's had similar traumas before. I'm being honest with you right now. If they're going for the most realistic approach possible, that's what I expect to happen. Okay, granted, I can't really predict what's going to happen in a series like this, or any series usually. Anyways, though, but either way, though, fantastic episode. The music is beautiful as always. It really is. The music in this series is so fucking good. Like, it is a little bit predictable in terms of the romance that's probably going to happen, and Kosei's childhood friend's probably going to fall in love with Kosei's best friend, too. I mean, I could see those two falling in love later on in the series once Kaori and Kosei end up falling in love. So yeah, the romance is kind of predictable in the series, but I don't really care. I just want to see how it gets that far and how it plays out. Not exactly, well, not how it plays out, because that's the ending, but how it gets to that point is really what I want to see. And how the rest of the plot progresses as well, because this was a very good episode. And like I kept saying in this video, my favorite scene was the scene where Kaori broke down, because her tears truly seemed genuine to me. Again, instead of her just being an evil bitch that was just playing that up to make him feel sorry for her. Again, I could be proven completely wrong later on in the series, possibly, but at the moment, that's really the vibes I'm getting from her. So she might be my favorite character in the series now. Before, I just thought she was a stuck-up, condescending bitch who, for some reason, wasn't stuck up sometimes. I was stuck up with him. But clearly that's not the case, at least so far, and I really love her character now. So anyways, tell me your thoughts about this episode in the comment section below. If you have yet to see this week's episode of Shigatsu, then I definitely recommend that you do. I know this was a day late, but given the character, I didn't like her at first. I was really, hesitant to watch the episode, but I'm really glad that I did now. And I cannot wait for next week's episode, okay? I really can't. And also, this episode ended way too soon. I mean, come on. I really wish it would have went on a little bit sooner. I mean, I know that the competition was kind of next, and they probably wanted to save the entire competition for the next episode, which would make sense. I'm really glad they did that, but still. So anyways, overall, I hope you enjoyed this review, guys. See you after, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.